Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. Here we are going to take the topic for discussion on this morning is on ignorance or Maya. Mostly we'll take from Sri Aurobindo and finally we'll conclude from one single message maybe from the mother. Very small discussion will be there. A brief discussion will be there for us in this session. Ignorance or Maya, that is the topic of discussion for this morning. So, Sri Aurobindo quotes beautifully, ignorance means avidya. That's what we, to some extent, we know. Ignorance means avidya. Vidya and avidya, that opposite, that another term we see, vidya, and simultaneously we get the term avidya. So the absence of vidya creates avidya. So ignorance means avidya. The separative consciousness here in the course, this is separative consciousness and the egoistic mind and life that flow from it. That is the major problem. Ignorance is means avidya. It's finally clear. You can know that is avidya. The separative consciousness and the egoistic mind and the life that flow from it. From avidya, what is the separative consciousness and the egoistic mind and life flow from it, and all that is natural to the separative consciousness. This egoistic mind, life, separative consciousness, natural to separative consciousness, and this egoistic mind and life, egoistic, it creates ego, that is its attitude, its a characteristic is to create a separative consciousness. So this ignorance is the result of the movement by which the cosmic intelligence is separated. This ignorance, this avidya, this maya, this ignorance is the result of the movement by which the cosmic intelligence is separated itself from the light of the supermind and supermind. So here, that is the beautiful thing is that this separative consciousness, this created out of the ignorance, out of the egoistic state of mind, egoistic nature, egoistic mind and life. Actually, this by which cosmic intelligence, whatever we see, the cosmic intelligence gets separated from the light of supermind. That is the problem. Light of supermind, from this light of supermind, this is the separation of the cosmic intelligence from the light of supermind, and lost the truth. That is the another problem. The truth is lost for this, for what? For this ignorance. See, so this ignorance, the result of the of a movement by which the cosmic intelligence, this cosmic intelligence is separated from the light of supermind, and entirely, wholeheartedly, and finally, the truth is lost. So it is this that some of the ancient thinkers like Shankaracharya, not recently we have seen before something around 24 hours, this Dwaraka, this Dwaraka Matha, that Shankaracharya passed away. So it is that some of the ancient thinkers like Shankara, so and Shankara, great Shankara, and not perceiving the greater truth force behind. Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya, Jagat Satya, Brahman Mithya. So these are the things that was being corroded, that has been tussled throughout the ancient philosophy we have seen till now. So we can see this Shankar not perceiving the greater truth force behind, could not be able to see, to perceive the greater truth force behind. What he did actually stigmatized as Maya. That's what everything is Maya, and the definition of Maya. Skilled force, finitizing the infinite is Maya. So and thought to be the highest creative power of the divine. So this Maya came into existence. We see Maya, the illusion. I am Maya, the universe is my seat. So the separative movement has been created. The ignorance, with the movement of the ignorance, the cosmic intelligence gets separated from the light of the supermind, and the truth is lost. So some ancient great thinkers like Shankaracharya, they could not be able to perceive the greater truth force behind and stigmatized as things as Maya and thought to be the highest creative power of the divine, that is Maya. Brahma and Maya, Purusha and Prakriti, Shiva and Shakti, he and she. So we can find, and here also we pass on towards our great Lord, Mother and Sri Aurobindo. So again, mother quotes, Sri Aurobindo quotes rather. So Sri Aurobindo's view, falsehood on the other hand, what we see falsehood on the other hand is not the avidya, or not this avidya, but actually this is the difference. So falsehood, it is not really this avidya, but an extreme result of it. So it is created by the Asuric power which intervenes in the creations, and it is not only parted from the truth and therefore limited in knowledge, parted from the truth and therefore limited in knowledge and open to error, but the revolt against the truth, but also in revolt to the truth and the habit of seizing the truth to pervert it. That is the great thing. What we can, that Maya, avidya, ignorance we have seen, that concept, egoistic sentiment, we can see separative attitude. So after seeing, we have come to the another thing which sometimes we get confused, like falsehood. Falsehood is not avidya, then extreme result of it, which is not avidya. So created by the Asuric power, very interesting, created by the Asuric power which intervenes in the creations, and it's not only parted from the truth. So this avidya, it has been parted from the truth, and also it has got its limitations, therefore limited in knowledge, open to the error, and these are the characteristic, but you can find not only this one, you can find the revolt against the truth and the habit of seizing the truth and perverting it. That is the great thing. Revolts against the truth, it has the habit of seizing the truth and only to pervert it. That is not avidya, but the extreme result of it, created by the Asuric power, which intervenes in this creation. So, and parted from the truth, revolts against the truth, open to error, and limited in knowledge, and seizes the truth and tries to pervert it. These are the problem we have seen in many times regarding the falsehood. Again, we'll step forward a few lines. So I have started writing about the doubt some question was put, but even in doing so, I am afflicted by the doubt whether any amount of writing or anything else can ever persuade the eternal doubt in man. So about the doubt, now in man, which is the penalty of his native ignorance. So here in the course and clarifies on doubt, for doubt exists for its own sake. Beautiful. Doubt exists for its own sake. Its very function is the of the is to doubt always. So, very cunning and a very interesting answer from Sri Aurobindo on doubt. Doubt exists for its own sake, number one. Number two, very function. What is the function? To doubt always. And even when convinced, you go on doubting still, even when convinced. Then also, after that point, also, you still doubt, and only to persuade its entertainer to give it broad and lodging, that it pretends to be honest truth seeker. That is what the it exists for by itself for its own sake. Second, very function is to doubt always, even if it is convinced, it doubts still, and persuade its entertainer, who is entertaining the doubt, to give it a broad and a lodging. As if you want to see brooding and lodging, the entertainer must provide, and that to it pretends to be the honest truth seeker. That is the major problem with the doubt. Again, we'll go forward. Nothing can arise from nothing. This is your Windows mystery of writing. And that is magic of writing. We can say nothing can arise from nothing. From nothing, nothing can arise. So, Asur, Maya, and nothingness is a creation of our mind. Very interesting. Sri Aurobindo quotes that three things. That Asat, Asat, Maya, and nothingness. Three things. We will see. Asat, Maya, and nothingness, the creation of our mind. Out of its own incapacity, it has created the conception of zero. So, out of the incapacity, this mind has created the zero, but it is capable of incalculable infinity. Zero, so you can find zero versus infinity. So, still in the course, out of the incapacity, mind has created the conception of the zero, but really, truly speaking, this zero is incalculable infinity. Our senses, by its incapacity, has invented darkness. Very interesting. Initially, avidya, vidya, and here truth and falsehood. Our senses, by its incapacity, has invented darkness. In truth, truly speaking, there is nothing but light. There is nothing but light. God is everywhere. So where there is God, there is light. That is very interesting thing. Mother Sri Aurobindo Course tries to explain. Nothing arises nothing from nothing. Asat, Maya, and nothingness, creation of the mind. Mind, by his incapacity, created the conception of zero. Really, zero is the incalculable infinity. What about the our senses? Senses. Initially, it was told of our mind, then it is called mind, and it is senses. By its incapacity, has invented a darkness. So, again, third thing in truth, there is nothing but light. Only the no darkness, nothing can find. Only the light, because God is everywhere, and where is God, there is light. Just imagine how brilliant definition has been defined, given by Sri Aurobindo. I'll try to quote it again. Our senses, by its incapacity, our sense, by its incapacity, has invented darkness. In truth, there is nothing but the light, no darkness. So God is everywhere, and wherever is God is wherever and everywhere is God is everywhere, and wherever God is, there is light. Once this darkness goes and complains to the divine, okay, something is there like sun who is actually chasing, it is not मैंने मेरा मेरा जीना हराम कर दिया है, so please do something, कुछ कीजिए sir. So then immediately the divine summons to the darkness, you come. Then this sun is coming, divine summons the sun. So सूर्यदेव ने जाकर पहुंचे, तो क्या हुआ सर, क्यों मुझे समन किया गया, व्हाई यू हैव कॉल्ड. देन समबडी हैज गॉट ए कंप्लेंट अगेंस्ट यू, तुम्हारा विरुद्ध कुछ कंप्लेन है. क्या कंप्लेन है सर? यू आर चेजिंग द डार्कनेस, ही इज मूविंग ऑन एंड अस्टोनिस्ड. वो आश्चर्यचकित होकर पूछता है एक्चुअली वो चीज़ क्या है, मैंने अब तक इसको देखा ही नहीं. जस्ट इफ इट इज एग्जिस्टिंग एंड आई इट इज कंप्लेनिंग दैट मैं इसका चेज कर रहा हूँ, जस्ट कॉल हिम वंस, आई वांट टू सी हिम. How is it possible to keep on one side sun and another side darkness? Is it possible at all? With the presence of with the arrival of the sun, naturally this darkness will fly away. How can it face the sun? It is not possible. So, God is everywhere, and wherever God is, there is light. And again, Sri Aurobindo goes, there is no way to get free from the ignorance. No way to get free from the ignorance. And freedom and ego, except to open to the higher consciousness, so far, so that it may descend and open to the mother. Very interesting. No, there is no other way. You can't get freed from the ignorance and the ego. What is the then if you I can't be able to be freed from the clutch of this ignorance and the ego? तो मुझे क्या करना है? You have to open to the higher forces, so that this higher force will descend in you, and you have to open to the mother. Once this is done, like this, after this sun is coming, this darkness is moving forward, moving away like anything. So, like this, with the descent of the higher consciousness, and if you are open to the mother, then you are naturally then this ignorance and this ego, they don't have any place to stay on. They have to move, they have to run away, भाग जाएंगे. The difficulty of the difficulties is self created. That is the magic of Sri Aurobindo's creation. Already I have quoted. The difficulty of the difficulties is self created, a knot of ignorance. When a certain inner perception loosens the knot, the worst of the difficulty is over. Some certain inner perception loosens the knot, that knot is there, inner perception, nothing outer. If it is actually loosens the knot, the worst of difficulty is over. It has got nothing to do. Then mother quotes, will try to quote the mother, and finally mother tries to explain us and try it is concluding remark from mother. So the more a mind is ignorant, the more easily it judges everything. It does not know. Mind is limited. It has got limited capability. It can't see or anything. It can it ignores everything. So it tries to analyze of its own. It sees whatever is a part is seen, we have taken it for the whole. A part is a very small portion is seen, and it feels I know everything. It is very much confident about its seeing, but it does not know this is very small portion of the greatest arc, greater arc. That's what we see. So the more the mind is ignorant, the more easily it judges everything. As long as this is ignorant, this ignorance, my mental ignorance is not perishing. This it is not learning. The more the mind is ignorant, the more easily it judges everything. It does not know. But it does not know, it judges upon those things. This is the characteristic of mind. Normally it does. And is incapable of understanding. It does not know, incapable of understanding, and it is ignorant. And with this ignorance, it more easily judges everything because it feels I am the great, I know better, I know more. That's what is the problem with the mind. Anyway, this is the ignorance we have heard till now. This is ignorance and avidya and falsehood, and later we have gone for the thing what Sri Aurobindo has quoted, the doubt that exists for its own sake. And the latter part of the discussion, we went for Asat, Maya, and nothing. And up there itself, how this darkness has been created, what is the reality. But in reality, we have seen that light. And in the latter part of the discussion, we had the idea, we had the motive, how to get rid of the ignorance with the help of the higher consciousness, which is descending, and we have to open to the divine power. And the problem, ignorance and the difficulty and the inner perception, how to loosen the knot, and so that this difficulty will go. And finally, we have seen the ignorance of mind, the limitation of mind, which creates confusion, and it feels we know everything. So mind has to be enlarged, it has to be spread, expanded. With the expansion and with this expansion, and with this ascent, we can find this mind will try it. We must reach the higher basis of the ladder. So it from the origin, it has to move up to super mind through the layers of the spiritual mind. From lower to upper, we have seen as higher mind, illumined, intuitive, and spiritual mind. So these are the things. It is really very interesting things, and finally we have to reach the super mind, from which we have this mind has been descended. This mind is the perversion of the super mind. So in the process of evolution, super mind through the layers it has come, and finally this limited and errorful mind has been created. And in the process of here, the evolutionary process, it has started. And this process, this adventure has been started. And with the process of evolution, we have to move forward, we have to march forward, we have to ascend on. And only when we have reached, we have only when thou hast climbed above thy mind, we have to climb up. And then next step, we have to live in the calm vastness of the one, climb up the mind, live in the calm vastness of the one, so that this love shall be eternal in the eternal bliss. That is the third stage. And finally, this love divine shall replace the human type. Everything will turn to the divine. So this ignorance of Vidya, it has nothing to do, and it is this avidya maya, it has been created due to ignorance, and it has to go. Thank you. Bande Mataram. Pranam.